It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right around the 31. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Handoff as they run the counter play. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go now.
Off play action. Wolf. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Here's Luck now on second down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
Dante Fowler missed his entire rookie season due to a knee injury, but returned in 2016 and looked like the first-round pick that he was. Strong, quick, trusted the knee, got after the passer, played well in the run game. I expect him to continue to get better and better in the coming seasons.
To throw on second down is Luck. And his throw here's incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 110 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
On second down, here's Luck. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try the air now with Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Luck now to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Colts send out their punter. as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
We'll call that a punt at 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but I look like an ill-advised story to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. More from Jacksonville after this. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wolf. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the gun, here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, it's Locke. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Back to the air, Locke on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
To throw is Locke. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Throwing on first down. Wolf. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when. And he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. The The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the end zone, Locke. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone, loose. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Wolf is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Wolf to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Wolf. It's caught. He finds Myers. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Luck. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Luck. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, Wolf. And he will find his man on the outside. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Throwing on 1st down. Wolf got his man complete over the middle. It's Allen. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down now after the pass completion. Operating from the gun, Wolf. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. On 1st down, Wolf. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Coming to you. Let's go.
To throw again. Wolf, he's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the gun, Wolf. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd down following the incompletion. Operating from the gun, Wolf, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And that'll will give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Quan Bray now to return this football. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
They go play action here on first down. Gets it to Gordon. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break. Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Jaguars are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Colts didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's roll the highlights. Jaguars on 2nd and 7. The pass ends up being picked off. Colts defense gets off the field with the turnover. Offense on the field now after the INT. Daniels got the reception, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Jaguars take over late in the second. Myers is found on the quick pass, and this 2-play drive goes for a TD. The Jaguars up now by 2. Still a little time left on the clock. Catch is made after a quick pass, and he'll be tackled at the 6-yard line. Staying late in the second. Middle of the field, the pass will be caught. And it's caught for the score. The Jaguars up now by 9. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This is taken at his 4. He stiff arms him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On
1st and 10. Wolf, and that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
Off the play fake. Wolf. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
From the gun, Wolf. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Brad Nordman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Short kick here. Fielded about the 17. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
To throw on 2nd down. Wolf. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to throw. Wolf. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wolf. Allen hit. He lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on for the 5th time here today. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they give this time to the tailback. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 3rd and long. It's Luck. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wolf. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The drive will start with Josh Ferguson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 32-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Fresh set of downs here. Back to throw, Locke. And he's got room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good pickup there, a 22. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcel Darius. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. And it's a big-time advantage for the Browns. They just scored again, pouring it on. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Now a handoff here to Bohannon, the fullback. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Only able to make it to the 15 after the broken tackle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward. And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Wolf. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And now look at him go. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on 1st down. Wolf. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. Wolf. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Wolf. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
On first down, Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw on second down is Luck. And that's going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out. And you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Wolf. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Gets around him. Shoves him aside. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy, no matter what.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And a give this time to the tailback. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain at 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars have won the game. And Charles...